I see, man.
Hello.
I see you moving things around. I see what's happening here. You're playing with
Yeah,
my emotions, Sen. You can't do that shit.
I
I
am.
was feeling very sensitive, starting to feel like I got stood up, and I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, I thought I was loved here.
you gotta lead him on just a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta keep him interested.
Yeah, if you give him everything at once, it's no good. You can't be doing that.
Exactly. You understand. Just like how I have no idea if Yahweh is showing up today.
He decided to keep you in suspense.
Yeah, and we won't be getting ice beans for another hour, so
Oh,
for the while, it'll just be us. So,
all right.
but
Well, I'm
we can
gonna leave
always
then. I'm just kidding.
get along the party, you know.
Well, actually, it's good that we have a moment before they come on because, like, Tenflix wanted me to confront you on something.
Okay.
Tenflix tells me that you are platforming Dylan Blay, who he says is a racist, and he's been calling him out for 3 months as being a racist.
Yeah, I heard Timeflix told me about that in my chat, and I wasn't so much of a platforming. I ended the stream with 2 viewers, so real big platforming there. But as far as I understand, when I asked Dylan, it's mainly him and Tenflix memeing about it. Apparently, Dylan is terrible, and Tenflix hasn't corrected me, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And for tonight's show, because I'm exceptionally tired and I needed an energy boost. I thought you'd appreciate this. We have the shine is not helping it. We
Kona
have
Gold.
hemp energy drinks.
Hell yeah. Flower power,
So
baby.
I think there's only one question I can ask chat. What you drinking and what you smoking?
Yeah, all right. There's Sen with the catchphrase. Get everybody doing it sooner or later.
Not bad. I haven't tried it before. It's tasty. What are you drinking tonight, Jason?
I'm drinking bulletproof coffee.
To
So
keep
it's
the energy?
yeah, it's coffee with a little bit of
Turmeric, right?
no, not turmeric. It's got a grass finished butter and MCT oil in it.
Oh, I thought the bulletproof coffee was the turmeric, but whatever.
There is a version of it that you can make that he's got in his cookbook that has turmeric in it. It's a little different though, but the main one is just the butter and the
Yeah, as Mike says, it's
MCT
coffee
oil.
with gunpowder.
Yeah, it feels like it sometimes. It gives me a go-go like effect some days. Some days I'm like really fucking wired from it.
So, you did something today that I should be doing. You got a haircut.
Yeah, I was feeling a little scruffy. This like if I can start feeling the sideburns, that's when I'm good. Like my hair, like I don't even know if you could see it on stream, but my hair was getting so long, it was like hanging out the side of my hat because like I couldn't even if I like put the hat looser, if I put the hat looser, then more hair would come out. So I had to leave it where it was, and I kept getting like strands of hair that were coming out the sides, and I was like, you know what? I gotta get done with this shit. I gotta end this shit right now. I almost grabbed the clippers and went full bald, but then I was like, nah, I'll leave some
Not the
hair.
look. I
Haircuts are for
think
soldiers and conservative politicians, fucking squares. Thanks,
true.
Tenflix.
That's why I have not gotten a haircut. The big problem with that is my hair is dyed, so that eventually conflicts.
No, it'll look good. You look like you have one of them hombres. The
I've
hombre
been
hair.
I might go with another redye. I've also thought about doing a subathon to get another hair color change,
Oh, there
so
you
I
go.
can have Yahweh pay me some more. Uh, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I like the red. I've enjoyed the red. Uh, do you want to see another color, Jason? Is there something you'd like to see?
Hmm. Hmm.
Mr. Society.
Green. Green.
Green.
Yeah, green. Green. Or
Okay, what
bald. Or
shade
go
of
bald.
green? I will not be going bald. My hair is too excellent to go bald.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Mike. That would take a lot of subs, and I don't think you can afford it, Mike.
I'm thinking like
I
a
didn't.
I'm thinking like a day glowy lime green kind of color, really really
So,
bright. Yeah, like that. Perfect. I'm sold.
for the weed color,
Mm-hmm.
I see where you're coming from. So you caught my and as it seems Tenflix as well. You caught my conversation earlier.
I did.
I thought it was fun. Apparently, you might be a platformer of Dylan Blay in the future as well, as he might be a guest on Stonercast.
Yeah, weed smoking racist. Just kidding. I don't want to get involved in some shit. I need to.
I
That was
don't
a
like.
joke. It's a joke.
That's the only time. Like, that's the first time Tenflix followed my account.
We're not bringing a minor out to Stonercast, right? Oh,
Wait, is Dylan a minor?
if he
That
is,
would be
we
sh-
definitely can't bring him on.
I. Well, do we know what the rate is in Canada that you can smoke?
Oh, I don't know. I know in the states and in the rec places, it's 21 for recreational and 18 or with the supervision of your caretaker when you're 18. I think it can be younger than 18, but 18's normally.
What is drinking age in Canada? It says in Quebec it is 18 years, but in Canada it's 19.
But he's only 17. Drat.
Eh, we'll just wait a year.
We'll be waiting for you, Dylan. We'll
Yep.
hold out. If I'm
That's
doing
the drinking age. Oh, never mind. It's only gonna tell me the states, but whatever. And you can also do CBD when you're younger, so CBD is 18.
This is true. This is true.
Except for apparently the Delta 8 shit.
Yeah, that does have THC in it. That's why.
Well, I have the CBD that I bought, as I was showing you the other day, Jason, does have THC in it, but not a ton.
Yeah, like trace amounts.
It has
You have to have enough. You have to have enough THC in it for it to be a carrier for the CBD. Otherwise, your body it won't work in your body. So there's always gonna if they're providing quality CBD, there should be some trace amount of THC in it. Just some useful information for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you reading my chat?
a bit. But I was also gonna say, I think I was saying something else with that, but then I got distracted. So we're gonna be continuing with that. So for the introductions of what we're gonna talk about today, have you been keeping up with Twitter drama?
Oh, is this about Vosh and Black Cat? Is that
Cat Black.
Cat Black?
Yes. And someone even more important. And then someone even more important on top of that.
I mean, I know J.K. Rowling. This all stems from him shitting on J.K. Rowling, but Jesus
Well,
Christ.
It ended today with ContraPoints blocking Vosh. And this is a very sad day for Vosh. He has taken a very hard L.
Because he got blocked by ContraPoints?
Yeah, so my whole take on the entire thing, I don't care. Vosh can say whatever the hell he wants on Twitter. He's an adult. He can suffer the consequences, you know?
Sure.
But I do think he was like so bullheaded to the degree where he cut off his ContraPoints bridge. I think that's insane to me. I like Vosh, but I'm not gonna die on a hill against ContraPoints against him.
Is it just hard to get to a place where she blocks you or something?
Well, actually, I think she blocked Yahweh.
Oh
Which
shit!
is- but I would say of the people in the online left, she is the person I respect the most. Higher than Vosh.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
So it is a sad day for Vosh.
Sad day, Vosh.
Exactly, Tenflix is correct. It doesn't matter what ContraPoint says, she's always correct. You've seen ContraPoint stuff, right?
I have not. I haven't really watched any of her videos.
Jason,
Yes.
I'm revoking your leftist card.
I,
You're no longer allowed to be a leftist if you haven't seen a single ContraPoints video.
Bro, I had no time. I was out actually doing activist shit while people were watching videos, okay?
This is more important. I don't give a fuck about whatever shit you're doing with carts, okay? You need to be watching your ContraPoints and doing your fucking homework, Jason.
I have no time for this. Between campaigning at Bernie and campaigning for Bernie and yelling at my fucking neighbor, what the fuck? Yeah,
You're the reason Bernie lost.
Jason has been a leftist since before she uploaded her first video. This dude is like 65 years old. Damn it! I've been found out.
If only. We might need to correct that tonight. We might need to watch some brilliant ContraPoints so we can save you.
So we can
No wonder
get more
wonder you're
based.
not left enough. I mean, it makes sense now. This is why so many people say that you're not left enough. You've never seen a ContraPoints video.
Hey, thanks, Tenflix. I appreciate that. So I'm looking damn good for a man enjoying seniors discounts.
I'm shocked. The fact that you know more about Destiny than like almost anyone alive, yet you've never seen a ContraPoints video. I'm offended.
All I know is the people that people have exposed me to in this online realm.
The fact that you've seen more Mr. Girl videos than ContraPoints videos.
I only saw part of a Mr. Girl video. I couldn't stomach watching that.
That's still more than a ContraPoints video.
True. This is true. Now, I may have seen a ContraPoints video and didn't know I was watching a ContraPoints video. That could have happened as well.
Man, I had a... I'm so sad. I can we be friends? I think we need to correct this. And we have the time as well, don't we?
Certainly looks
Okay.
like it.
Are you prepared for the very serious question? Whose videos have you seen more of? ContraPoints or Counterpoints?
It's a tie.
But you've participated in Counterpoints videos, right?
Maybe unknowingly.
Well, you've been on panels with them.
Of course. Like I said, unknowingly.
So, by that logic, you have seen more videos. By that logic, correct?
No, I have participated in more. I have not seen more because I haven't gone back
Participating
to watch.
and seeing is basically
I
the
have
same
not.
thing.
I have not watched Counterpoint's videos. Now I've watched my videos where Counterpoints was in my videos, but that's because they're my videos, not his videos.
I'm just so offended, Jason. I'm sorry.
Tenflix had him on knowingly. They sucked cop cock for 3 hours. He says.
Doesn't surprise me. We always knew Tenflix was a plant.
As long as they enjoy it.
But hey, you enjoy plants, right?
Sure do.
Okay. I think we're gonna show you her shortest video, but it's also my favorite video of hers, for the sake of showing it to you. So, I can't allow this, Jason. You understand, correct?
Carry on.
Okay, let me see if I can get this to work. There we go.
Libs still get love around here, 10 flicks. It's okay.
Wait, I have the perfect emote for this. Here we go. Okay. I can't believe you've never seen a ContraPoints video. Okay. This video is called The Left. It is like her second oldest video that she still has up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fascist.
I am not a lib, Tenflix. Understand me?
My fellow Americans, a war is about to be waged between everything you love and everything you hate. Our very right to exist as a people is under attack.
It is an
Foreign
old video.
invaders,
It's a great video.
disguised as immigrants and refugees, are being imported to our lands by a cabal of globalist elites. And if we don't stop it soon, the result will be rape, chaos, and the end of civilization as we know it. I want you to imagine the faces of your wives and children. Picture their pure, white, innocent faces. Now, watch as those same wives are violated, those same children dashed to pieces under the black boots of the Third World War. Does that thought fill you with rage? Good. We must be prepared to fight for our children, and for our nation, and for our history, and for our culture. To fight for the homeland we've always known, and the people we've always loved. Make America great again. Hail victory! Ladies and gentlemen, a leftist. So, actually, according to Hegel, the for itself can only be actualized through the in itself, so the individuation of the subject necessarily demands the transcendence of the dialectical object through the sublimation of negative materiality. Oh, fuck you, you fucking racists. Death to capitalism. Hail Satan.
Okay.
Excellent video.
Well then.
So, that speech didn't go too well, huh? Well, what do you expect? We have the politicians against us, a media run by giant corporations, and a complacent white middle class that prefers order to justice. Opposition to leftism is hardly surprising. So let's accept that all that's true. The game is rigged. Fine. Now, how do you respond to that situation? Do you change nothing about your strategy at all and then blame the system when the predictable happens? Or do you try to improve your rhetoric somehow? Look, I don't really need optics advice from a bougie queer aesthete who puts style over substance and thinks that shining a pink light on everything can cover up her counter-revolutionary Trotskyite tendencies. I mean, are you even a communist? No, I'm not a communist. Well, why not? I like stuff. I like this, and I like this, and I like this. That's why I can't be a communist. Justine, you do realize that Marxism distinguishes between private property and personal property, right? You're allowed to own possessions, you just can't exploit people by owning the means of production. Well, most of my stuff was made by Chinese slaves. Well, you should feel bad about that. Look, I'm just trying to help you out here. Queer eye for the Marxist-Leninist, you know. Actually, I'm an anarcho-syndicalist. Right. Do you have any friends who aren't leftist militants? That's what I thought. You know, Tabby, people think you're weird, and they're afraid of you. Well, fascists are afraid of me. Really? Well, let's take a look at your Twitter feed. Let's see. We've got guillotines, Soviet memes, liberals get the bullet too.
They do.
Bitch, no wonder why everyone thinks you're some kind of scary terrorist. Okay, Jesus, let's hear your mind-blowing revelations about respectability politics.
In
Great.
Minecraft.
Let's start by
Of course,
taking a
of
look
course.
at these patches and pins. Positives first. The rose is great. Love the rose. Fantastic. Now, the hammer and sickle. We're gonna need to get rid of that. I'm just wearing it ironically. No, don't you start with that. It makes me think of bread lines and gulags, and it needs to go. Well, maybe you're right. Fine, I'll get rid of it. See, I can think about optics. What's that in your bag? Oh, this? Yeah, we're gonna need to do something about that too. Now hold on, getting rid of the hammer and sickle is one thing, but Marx is a foundational thinker in the history of progressive I'm not talking about getting rid of Marx, I'm talking about giving him a makeover. I mean, just look at the cover of that thing. It's making me depressed just looking at it. Red and gold, what is this foreign shit? Like a Chinese or a Soviet flag? It's un-American. I don't trust it. I don't like the cut of its jib. So you want a Marx Engels reader wrapped in an American flag? Oh, I can do you better than that. Let's start with a gradient, add a grid, maybe a wave grid. Let's get some shiny fonts, maybe a bust, a pink bust with 3D glasses. Pink glasses, maybe some palm trees. Oh, yeah. Or how about this? Lots of brands. More. Oh my god. It's beautiful. Okay, one more. A pink field. Chiclet. Yes, girl, yeah. I just realized that I actually hate you. Hello, fellow whites. Do you have a moment to talk about the need to secure a homeland for our people in the future for white children? Get the hell out of here before I smash your face, you Nazi bitch. Effective, isn't it? Well, I see your point. But this whole Antifa thing, I can't help but wonder, from a strict PR perspective, if there's some way you cannot do that. Are you saying we shouldn't punch Nazis? I'm saying if 30,000 people show up to counter-protest Nazis, you won't have to. But that means getting 30,000 people on your side, which you're not going to do by tweeting death threats and communist propaganda and using words like dialectic and telling everyone to read obscure European philosophers with unpronounceable names and unintelligible ideas and smashing windows for no reason that anyone can understand or sympathize with and expecting that people are going to want to leave their jobs and comfortable lives to join a violent revolution to establish an economic system primarily associated with starvation and dictatorship. Well, that's an unfair association. Real communism doesn't lead to starvation and dictatorship. Has there ever been real communism? Well, yes. Between 1910 and 1912, in revolutionary Eastern Cameroon, a thriving, though short-lived, communist utopia did flourish, until it was smashed by Western imperialism. Right. But what's the chance of that actually happening on a large scale in the near future? You seem to not even care about what's actually possible. That's how deep you are in pure theory. And if anything is anti-Marxist, it's that. You know, sometimes I think you secretly don't want your ideas to succeed. You actually enjoy being a pariah whose political ideas never gain any traction. Because if you have purely theoretical political beliefs, you're never accountable for the way things are going. I'm not saying theory is everything, only that there's no praxis without theory. Look, I'm not some kind of political scientist. For all I know, you could be correct. I'm just saying, it's a tough sell, and you are not selling it. Well, I wouldn't have to work so hard to sell it if we didn't live in a neoliberal intellectual void where complacent so-called centrists with corporate backing have shifted the Overton window 1 inch left of fascism under the heading of free speech and classical liberalism. Is someone ready to bring their wares to the free marketplace of ideas? Hey, you leave centrists alone. Thanks, Justine. Jackie, get out of here. You're embarrassing me in front of my Antifa friends. I'll see you at brunch. Mimosas. What the hell was that? Brunch?
I do
gotta-
want to say that is definitely counterpoints. Just as a, I think you can agree with me there, right? As the centrist,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
definitely counterpoints.
Brunch with these people? Well, it's more of a boozy afternoon tea. Afternoon tea? Does Jeeves bring around Madeline cookies and fresh sliced lemon wedges? No, but I do have a very nice Windsor China tea set. Unbelievable.
Call
You
Ruben
get
a
the bullet
centrist.
too. You get the goddamn bullet too. Oh, come on. Me? What do you want me to do? Drink victory gin out of a rusty herring tin like the anti-imperialist revolutionaries in Eastern Cameroon? I mean, nothing is ever good enough for you people. I could be munching on a cigar in the South American jungle, shooting at capitalists with a black beret and an eye patch, and I still wouldn't be left-wing enough for you. Well, why don't you start by not going to afternoon tea with people who protect fascists and not complaining about the optics of people who are risking their lives to keep you safe. How is Antifa keeping me safe? You do realize, don't you, that 99% of what Antifa
Yeah, I get
does
it, but
is
he's
not
pointing out
punching
that this has been
Nazis.
around for a
Most
while
of
and I
what
haven't
we
seen
do
it,
is
so I
behind
get,
the
you know,
scenes organizing,
I'm
infiltrating
with it.
fascist groups, doxing them, disrupting their recruitment, and yes, we do engage in defensive violence at fascist rallies. And one of these days, if you can bear to tear yourself away from your tea set long enough, you're going to be at a counter-protest, and the Black Bloc is going to save your life, because you don't look like you can fight, and the police certainly aren't going to save you. Well, maybe so. I mean, I'm the first to admit, these are not Nazi punching hands, so I'm not going to get in your way. But in the free marketplace of ideas, and like it or not, that's what we're in. Corporate marketplace. I can't help but think that what you are matters less than what you seem to be. And black-clad thugs in masks smashing things in the street seems pretty scary. Oh, come on. You have to admit, there's something kind of appealing about a guy in a mask. What about a girl in a mask? I think we should just be friends while I figure myself out. Well, it was worth a shot. Look, my point is you can't just win the war in the street. You also have to win the war in the heart and the mind. You mean the propaganda war? Shh! Don't call it propaganda. There could be liberals listening. Look, what the left needs to get, and what the centrists need to get, and what only I and the fascists seem to understand, is that reason doesn't matter very much. Oh boy. Here we go. What is it the centrists hate about social justice warriors? It's not that they don't have good reasons in support of their arguments, it's that they're not cool, right? Social justice warriors are not cool. What do you mean, they're not popular? No. I mean they're not cool. You can be unpopular and still cool. In fact, it can be cool to be unpopular. So what does
They
it mean
did
to
say
be
the
cool?
P word.
Cool is calm, detached, and in control of yourself. And the leading complaint about social justice warriors is that they're emotional. The social justice warriors, who everyone cringes at online, are people who I'm sure are nice people, but who are having a bad moment, and they're caught on camera in the middle of an outburst. They're out of control, and that's the problem. It's not cool. Look, this detached, ironic, pretend not to give a shit posturing that white men mistake for rationality is really just the self-celebration of comfortable, privileged people with nothing at stake. People on the left are never going to be cool because anger and emotion are rational responses to injustice. I thought you'd say that, but what you're failing to consider is that it's possible to be both angry and cool. And what do you get when you sprinkle a little anger into a glass of cool? What? You get ice cold. I'm sorry, what? And that's what we on the left need to
This is what I've been missing.
Motherfuckers. What the hell are you talking about? Miles Davis. Incredibly cool. But pretty angry. Did not take shit from white people. But also, ice cold motherfucker. So your plan is to win over centrists by becoming an ice cold motherfucker. Precisely. What we need is social justice, drugs, and rock and roll. This is ridiculous. And I suppose you think this is ridiculous. I think it's stalemate. No, it's not. My queen is wide open. No, it isn't. Take me. I'm gonna get going now. Wait, where are you going? I'm gonna go bash the fash. Well, be careful. Sure. Enjoy your tea tomorrow. What a goddamn lunatic. I'm gonna miss her.
Okay. Now, first, I need to hear your thoughts. That's the most important thing.
It was a little agonizing to get through.
I can understand that. It's not easy to watch a video essay.
I appreciate what she was trying to illustrate, but
Oh,
the video was painful to watch. I'm sorry, man.
it's fine.
If that's
You
how
could have
all
said that.
if that's how all of them are, I don't think I'd make it through them.
That is not how all of them are. That's how our shortest is.
Okay.
But if you don't enjoy video essays,
Oh, I
that's
do.
one thing.
I think I watch a lot of Sean's essays. I think he's great. So I do.
I don't know how on earth you could watch Sean's essays, but not like ContraPoint's essays. I will say that.
Now I may like him. I don't know, but that one in particular, I was just kind of like, why do we have to go with the cliche things? But I get the point.
Well,
The point's illustrated. I understand. It's definitely good for.
So now that you have at least the slightest idea of who ContraPoints is, we can have the lovely Ice Beans on. Ice Beans, if you want to hop in, feel free to just hop in the waiting room, and you're already here. All right. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
We are having. Apparently, Jason is suffering.
Hi, Jason Frank.
Because we were talking about the Vosh Contra Cat Black drama, and Jason had no idea who ContraPoints was, and I was very offended.
Oh no. Yeah. So.
Well,
So
let me say, I knew who she was. I just hadn't watched any of her content. That's
Well, I forced him to watch through one of her shortest videos for the sake of it, just so we could have a conversation.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on. Let me. I for whatever reason, I don't think I tried that trick that Critical Canadian was talking about, but I don't think it works. I have to just
Yeah,
not have me on video.
I just do it with just have the screen up, and I just have your. I think it's a little bit weird to have. I've been trying to work out how to fix that problem, because I know Jason doesn't, but I feel it's a little bit weird to have two pictures of your face on screen at once.
Right.
So normally I
true.
just do Discord, and I just have the screen. But I have tortured Jason enough today, right, Jason?
you do a proper
wait, how
amount
did
of
you-
torturing.
How did you like what video did you show him of Contra?
I showed him the left because that's her shortest one.
Gotcha. I would say like, it
It's
is
not
kind of weird. It is weird, yeah. It's also one of those things where it's like it could very easily be like one of those things where you enjoy it, but as soon as you go to show it to somebody else, it's like you're sitting there and like constantly looking at their face, like, are you enjoying this? Okay, wait, how about now? Okay, wait, here's the funny. Wait, no, hold on. Here's the funny part.
Right.
Well, I'm sure Jason also agrees that liberals get the bullet too, right?
Yeah. No. And Roblox, of course. In Roblox.
In Roblox. As we say with the multitude of liberals in Jason's chat.
So what did y'all think of the whole Vosh versus Contra drama?
Well, we were talking about it earlier, and my whole take was I don't especially care what Vosh does. It's his platform. He's able to say whatever the hell he wants. But I do think that him being obtuse to the point of having Contra block him was very unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, he has been, like, doubling down a lot. As far as, like, I think he straight up said, like, like, I'll take this to my grave or something like that, right? I don't know.
He's been very weird recently. I would say ever since the Canadian arc, he's been very obtuse.
Right.
I think.
How do you feel about that, Jason?
I just think, think about how much he gets unjustifiably dragged, on Twitter and everywhere for everything he says, whatever his opinion is. I think he's just gotten to the point where he's like ground his heels in a little bit more, and he's kind of just like he's done giving a fuck. It's just like
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
he's like everybody's gonna have some bullshit to say about what the fuck I do, so I'm just gonna be me and Yeah, sometimes I might have to take the L on some shit, but oh well, I think he's just looking at it as more of like a continuing conversation. He's already on to the next thing. He's probably long past it while we're all getting hung up on it.
Right.
Well, yeah. Well, that's kind of the funny thing. I wish he moved on sooner. He could have like not paid any attention to it after. Like he did like 4 streams about it, I think. And he could have just like chilled, not talked about it at all, and been happy, and then he would still be friends. He would not have his sexting leaked, and he would not have had Contra block him.
Blocker. Yeah, but I think I think Wash he does tend to double down on things like this. I don't think it's in his nature to let things go.
I don't disagree with that.
I've never owned an Affliction shirt.
I can just say that if I was Vosh there,
But
I
I've
would
held
not
many
have,
guns.
You would have doubled down.
I don't know if I would have doubled down. It seemed like such a minor thing to talk about and to feel that strongly about, like being misogynistic to J.K. Rowling, and to like die on that hill just seemed like a weird hill to die on.
Right. Well, also I think that to a certain degree, it is about. I mean, it does seem to be a big topic among people who are like. I think we even discussed this the other day about as far as like, like how do we. I know I was having a conversation in like Heem's Discord recently, where it's basically like, do we essentially try to combat J.K. Rowling, or do we try to combat her in the sense of like combat like the effects of her actions, or do we try to convince people like her that hey, actually what you're thinking is like wrong, right? And so I think that like people like Vosh are obviously in the well, fuck it, she's never going to change her mind, and she's contributing like actual harm, so let's just attack her. Right.
Where do you feel on that, Jason?
I mean, I think having thoughtful conversations is generally the way to go, unless somebody's just very brazen about their opinions and it's quite clear they're not going to change their mind. Right. Then I think that, as a community, we tend to shout down those that are, committing objectionable behavior that otherwise isn't handled through, say, law, the laws of the land or something like that. So I think it's important to put that public pressure on people. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. People are going to say, oh, cancel culture or whatever. But, cancel culture has always been a thing in society. Just because it's been named something else doesn't mean it hasn't been done. I mean, we shamed people before. We shunned people before. We straight ran people out of town, that did things that, prior to like the internet age. So the idea that, like canceling is some kind of new thing. No, it's actually been around for a long time. It's just a lot more tame now than it used to be. Because it used to be, if you got ran out of town, you might get fucking lynched. I mean, it was a whole different story. So the canceling that occurs now, I'll take that any day over what we've had in the past. So it's whatever.
Well,
people are going to apply that kind of pressure, and I'm not upset with people doing that or being overtly aggressive, like to somebody like J.K. Rowling. However, I do think that you kind of dissuade people when you use the tactics that he used, which were very misogynistic, even if it was in jest, even if it was ironically, because and that's to another point that I was kind of reading about or exploring was, he does have a lot of followers that are very young that, will take this ironic misogyny and turn it into something that's a little bit more malicious just because sheer volume and young people, and that tends to happen. So I understand that there's reason to be critical, but I also think, there's nothing wrong with being harsh against J.K. Rowling for her stances if they're, that objectionable, and if she's so staunch in them, sure, at some point, pushing back a little bit. But how you do it, I think, is important, and I think that's where he dropped the ball.
Right.
Yeah, I think like when it came to that issue, like I kind of said this earlier, I don't. Vosh can be Vosh. He's allowed to say whatever the hell he wants on Twitter. If people policed me on Twitter, um, I would also be in trouble. As I'm sure, as I'm currently leading a, I think I'm leading the union effort with Ice Beans to unionize Heem's community. uh, so I'm not gonna judge him, and also I do kind of see that he wasn't. Well, he said J.K. Rowling. He wasn't like expecting a response from J.K. Rowling with his original tweet. So
Mm.
that's one other thing as well. I just don't like. He did a thing. It has negatives, positives. We didn't need to talk about it for 4 days, and now we're still talking about it
Hmm.
because it's a topic to talk about. But it's our job to talk about shit. He shouldn't be talking about it.
I mean, I think. Oh well. I think. I mean, I can. I can. I mean, I can kind of see like. It's definitely. I think it's definitely dragged out because it was like Vosh who did it.
Hmm.
Um. But I think that like. I mean, it. I think that the underlying conversation is like one that could technically be dragged out over 4 days, where it was. It's basically like. You know, like Jason said, like uh, like these opposing viewpoints, like it'd be okay if like shaming her didn't actively put some people on defense, right? But like when you do shame her or when you attack her or whatever, it does put some people on defense and makes like it easier for her to point it to people like us and say like, oh look, this like, you know, this is what like believing in trans rights will get you. Like it'll get you to be a misogynist. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do
Um,
also want to mention I'm still like confused by the fact by how much of a transphobe J.K. Rowling is. Like I enjoyed Harry Potter as a kid. It's
yeah.
very strange to me, just the feeling, and I've accepted it at this point. But the other thing that I find so interesting is the fact that she won't let go of it. You know?
I mean that is not so hard to believe because apparently like Britain itself has a bit of a transphobia
That is
issue.
also
Hmm.
true, but we
Yeah.
don't endorse the
Um,
Brit bongers here.
well, but like I think like and actually I would say Jason, I know that you are having a hard time watching J.K. Rowling, but I think not J.K. Rowling,
ContraPoints.
Hmm.
ContraPoints. I actually think you would like, or it would be worth it to watch ContraPoints' video on J.K. Rowling.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I would be interested in checking out, more of her videos. That one just I was, and it's always like that when I'm introduced to somebody because I need to have that like kind of space and time to sit down and like, absorb it. Like get into my headspace a little bit more. It's harder to do that on a stream, but yeah,
oh
I would check it
Yeah,
yeah,
out.
so
no,
we're
for
gonna
sure.
do a 24-hour ContraPoints marathon. Uh, thank you for joining us, Ice Beans. But we're just gonna be
No.
rolling the ContraPoints from here on
No,
out.
I mean no, no. You know what? Like, I like for sure. I remember like when I first started like to get into like uh BreadTube.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that Sen. I'm assuming that you're aware of Harris Bomber Guy
Yes.
and his videos. I remember like I could not sit through like even one of his videos. Like I liked him, but I had to be in the right mood for him, if that makes sense, because he's such an energetic guy. And his videos are very like particular, and he has like particular jokes that he likes to use. It took me a long time before I would even be able to sit through one of his videos because I would be like, this is too much. There's too much energy here. I can't sit through one of your videos.
Well, it's funny because like Jason earlier mentioned like the video essayists that he likes, and he mentioned Sean, and it's
Oh,
funny
you like
because I
Sean?
almost
Oh yeah,
have
oh yeah. I'll
I
watch
almost
his
have
videos.
Yeah, I like Sean too. I like Sean's videos, not necessarily his tweets, but his videos.
Yeah.
yeah, I almost have the opposite reaction where Sean's videos are so. I guess I don't find them as engaging as other video essayists, largely because there's not a person on there.
Mm.
And I feel like a lot of the time his voice is kind of monotone. A lot
Oh,
of the
okay.
time.
I don't mind the monotone voice. Like that
Well,
actually like does it
I
for
just
yeah.
It's very soothing.
well, I love listening to video essays with them in the background, and whenever I try to listen to Sean, it ends up being white noise to me. But I understand that his his videos his videos are very good essays, but I don't know how someone that has never showed his face and like done that has gotten so big. And it's credit to his videos, of course,
How
but I just don't
did
know how he could do
have
it.
you seen Chud Logic? Like Chud Logic is doing so well for himself. He's never
Oh,
Well,
done.
yeah, but Chud Logic is so engaging, you know? It's not a matter
Oh
of
yeah, fair enough.
being like monotone, chill, and also not having anything to watch on the screen. Chud Logic like screaming at people in his British accent and yelling slurs everywhere.
Yeah, he is pretty
Uh,
entertaining. I'll admit that. He's one of the first people that I watched on Twitch when I first came to Twitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just I ended up in a Prime walk on panel with him, and
Oh,
he
really?
was so fucking entertaining in the walk on panel. I was like, oh, I gotta see what this dude's about, and so I ended up
yeah, I
watching
think
it the
I
next
was in a
morning.
Hans panel with him, if I remember correctly as well. So back when Hans was still doing his panels, so I am very familiar with him, though I do find I like Chud a lot, but he's definitely more. And I think I was talking about this with Yahweh the other day. Like, I don't know how much like I learned from Chud. I guess he's more just for the memes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but like I think that's the thing is that like
I say as I have a Chud Logic recommendation in my YouTube feed.
I think that like I mean I think that's the difference is that like I to a certain degree I watch Sean. I think I watched Sean because of his like at first I watched Sean because of his like cinema sins videos. Um I feel like there's sometimes like a what's the word? There's like a foot in the door sort of situation. There's a gateway video, right?
Hmm.
So the gateway way for Sean was his Cinema Sins videos. And then I was like, oh yeah, okay, alright, I'll check out some of his other stuff. Who's this? Stefan Molyneux? Okay, let's check that out. You know, like he does some like Stefan uh rebuttals. And then some like Sargon. You know what I mean? Like and then before you
Yeah,
know it, you've watched their entire library of videos.
I'm almost
Yep.
curious how many people have been introduced to like fascists through rebuttal videos by breadtubers. Because there are certainly been a lot more like if you consider Vosh a breadtuber, there have certainly been a lot more right wingers I've been exposed to because Vosh debated them. So I almost find that curious, you know, because like you had not heard about Stefan Molyneux before you watched the Sean video, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, not until I got to like Twitch, because I mean, I hadn't. It wasn't until way later that like when I came onto Twitch, and you know, like Lauren Southern started coming back up, and I was like, wait a second, is that is that the Lauren Southern
Uh,
from the Sean videos that I watched? You know,
uh, I wish
so
it was a new one. I haven't heard anything from her since her Mr. Girl video though, so I guess that's kind of good news.
wait, she had a
Right.
Mr. Girl video.
Yeah, she did a Mr. Girl interview, and
Oh.
Mr. Girl freaked her out.
Now, hold on. Isn't Mr. Girl banned from Twitch?
He is.
He is, but we can still say his name.
Oh. Well, I mean, in the sense that, like, you know, like, that was the last I heard about him, was that he was banned.
Yeah, BX Bullet got him, which was. Well, I'm not a fan of BX Bullet. I'm happy that he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that.
I I
he's a
am still
strange
upset.
individual.
I am upset that he stayed longer than Infrared did, though. Or at least that Infrared stayed longer than him. That's what I mean. Because the fact that infrared is still around shocks me, day by day.
Did he try to go fight some random ass Twitch? No, some
Yeah,
random
he tried to
ass Twitter.
fight Counterpoints, right? Or no, that was someone else.
No, he literally like I think it might have been last night that he had some Twitter user bait him into driving like a couple hours out
to Detroit, right?
like, the middle of bumfuck nowhere
I hadn't
to
heard
like
about
fight,
this.
and I don't think anyone was there. Or at least the guy got there. The guy got there and said, "You're not here," and then Haas was like, "Stay right there. I'm on the way." And like, this random ass Twitter user baited him.
I do not know. I know he's funny, but I do not know how that man has been the fastest rising Twitch politics person.
Everyone loves a lol cow. Like,
Yeah, but I'm just surprised by how many tankies there are, you know? Like, I always thought, like, before infrared got big, I always thought the tankies were, like, a small, very small fraction of, like, at least of the Twitch base. And now I have to deal with tanky trolls coming into my chat more than right-wing trolls.
I don't get hardly any trolls. I need to get on that troll train, man. How do I get trolls?
Well, I banned them for you. I'm your best mod.
That's true.
When I banned Arminius. I banned your last tanky troll, Jason. After I destroyed him in a debate.
This is true. This is true.
I haven't really had any trolls, but then again, I haven't also been streaming too much on the politics tag lately.
Yeah, it all depends on the right tags. The one thing, if you do want to get trolls, add gay to your tags that you stream under, and you will have Muslim extremists come yell at you. It's like a consistent thing if I ever want to bait them in a chat.
Very interesting.
I don't know how it works, but it's kind of like, you know how Xanderhall does those Omegle debates under the BLM tag?
That's
what
great.
does he do? I'm not familiar with that.
So he'll go on Omegle in the BLM tag, and the only people that use the BLM tag on Omegle are Nazis.
Oh no.
So he just goes around and ends up getting in a screaming match with Nazis, usually with them screaming the N-word.
Oh no. So how does he do that? Does he stream these two?
I don't think he does it on Twitch.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I thought that Twitch was explicit about not
Well,
like,
did you see any of Hoodie Volp's stream today? Because I was watching that earlier.
I did not. I mean, I saw it at first, but then I was preparing to come on here, so I didn't see.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because he had a TikTok troll on to debate, and before the troll left, he threw out the N-word and then just hopped off stream after debating him for like an hour and a half, and it was very funny.
Jesus.
So weird. What was the? I guess he was a TikTok troll. I guess he maybe should have seen that coming. Question.
They were talking about the minimum wage.
Oh shit.
And it somehow turned into George Floyd, as it always does.
Yeah.
And then it turned into black culture, and then he just said the N-word. It was very funny. And shout out to Hoodie Volp, even though he missed Sonercast, which was not fun. But I do want to do this real quick. Speaking of Sonercast, Jason, how would you feel about shouting out our incoming guests for the next Sonercast?
This is SEINESDAY, baby. If you want me to shout out for the next Stonercast,
I do want you to shout out for the next Sonercast.
But I was just trying to make it SEINESDAY, it's SEINESDAY. But yes, we can shout out
Well,
the next Stonercast.
you're allowed to shout out the next SEINESDAY on Stonercast.
All right, sounds good. All right, so on the next Stonercast, we have Yahweh, Mad Laden, Double Shine, 067, and Tenflix. So it's going to be madness. I think I think we may end up with a couple more guests. I'm not quite sure. I got to talk to Matt Ladden about that, but yeah, he expressed an interest in possibly bringing on another two. So we'll see. We'll see. We may actually have a little bit bigger panel next time and some interesting stuff going on. So I don't want to give all the goodies away yet, but should that go down, that will be on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So feel free to hop on over to the channel and tune in.
Yeah, so one of the reasons is two of the people that came on last Stonercast are very special to you, Ice Beans. We had
Will you say that? Say that again.
two of the people that came on the last Stonercast are very special to you, Ice Beans. We had the lovely Critical Canadian Anne Leonard come on. And
So
Mhm.
go ahead. I was gonna
well,
ask a
I
question,
wanted
but I'll
to, as a very prominent member of the He community, I wanted to ask you how likely an event would happen. That if I get enough of Heem's community, or if we get enough of Heem's community on a Stonercast, will Heem come?
I would say it's not necessarily like I don't know if that's the way to Heem's heart. Like getting a bunch of his like community. And I say this because we meet every Friday for book club, and I think Heem has maybe shown up once? Question mark. And even then, it was legitimately like seeing a unicorn. Even though like
He's a very kind man and a very kind business owner, isn't he?
he hates book club. I think you could probably get him on a Stornicast panel. I think that you might have more luck with you might have more luck with just like booking it with him directly.
Well,
because I don't know.
That's my plan. I
don't
do
know
want to
if
book
you-
it with him directly,
Well,
but I want
well,
to
I
pitch
don't
it.
know. If,
Yeah.
See, I don't know if he'll like do it just because like the other people in there are humors.
So he just hates his community, correct?
We do have like a very, we always roast each other in the Discord, so there is like some friendly animosity there all the time. He hates us. Yes, that's what chat says.
Well, I've been in his chat. His whole community tells him what shitty takes he has all the time. It's fucking glorious. It's so
all
fucking
time.
funny.
It's actually great. It's like, yeah. I mean, like I think the first time I joined his Discord, I was like, "What's this?" and like found the channel that was presumably for pet pictures, right? But it was literally called Dr. Heem Roasts Your Pet. And apparently, he had just done a stream where everybody had put their pet pictures in this, like, put this pet pictures in this channel, and he had just spent a good portion of one of his streams just roasting their pets. So...
Well, I do that every day with Jason's dog, so it's nothing Jason would be new to. Right, Jason?
Leave my dentist dog alone.
I will never. Your capitalist dog will feel my wrath.
My dog is a dentist. My cat's a fascist. I don't know what my other dog is. My other dog is Switzerland.
Your other dog is Switzerland.
Well, you've talked about, while we're on the topic, you've talked about getting a bird soon, right?
Yes.
Ice Beans?
Yes, I'm actually, so that's what I'm really excited about, because I got an appointment for Saturday to go up and see the birds. So essentially, the way that this specific parrot rescue is, like parrot rescues are, as a whole, I'm finding out, they're a lot more stricter than regular rescues. So they haven't asked me which bird specifically I'm interested in. They treat it more as a match kind of thing. Like, you go there, you meet the birds, you see which one, like, fits your lifestyle, and which one is also going to warm up to you. And if you don't find like a match, you don't get to take the bird home. Like I'm not gonna, even if I go up on Saturday, I'm not gonna be able to take this bird home the first day.
Yeah.
So
Well, do you know what type of pet dislikes the least? What is his favorite type of pet? Do we have any information on that?
oh, Heems?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I think he hates all pets equally, to be honest. Um,
It did shock me that he was able to make a straight faced with Radical Reviewer. Have you seen that video?
no. What?
Well,
What happened there? I missed that. I think.
Well, the reason it's so funny is because Radical Reviewer's a dog.
Yeah. Oh right.
So
no. Okay. Wait. I did watch that.
Okay.
Yes, and he like had. He had a whole ass video with it. Yes, I did see that. For some reason, I thought you were talking about Radical Maniac.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
but
Radical
no,
Reviewer.
he did have that video with the dog, which is funny because I would say I don't know if he hates a certain pet the least, but I would probably say the dogs are probably like his most hated.
Most
Aw.
hated? Okay.
Yeah.
Poor pup.
I
Good.
Oh,
I think he's. What's wrong with dogs?
I'm just Team Cat. All
I mean,
dogs except for Radical Reviewer are tankies.
I generally love all animals, but I tend to have a special place in my heart for dogs.
I love all animals, but I understand. It's in the same way that I love all people, but Republicans, you know?
I think that like I mean I'm a dog person through and through, but I think that especially like the point I am in my life, especially like I mean my husband and I have an apartment in Canada, so like I feel like in that respect, like apartments, like cats are way better apartment pets than dogs. Like I will never own a dog and live in an apartment.
That nerdity in your chat is correct. I respect cats for their independence. Dogs are actual betas. Absolutely true. Can we get some
I don't know.
some JLPs in the chat?
Don't tell my fucking dog that. My dog will take off running, and she goes and does whatever the fuck she wants and comes back when she wants. If she gets out of the house, she is so fucking
She
independent.
gets out of that.
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
it's crazy. She's just like, fuck you, I'm out, dude. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and she'll come home when she gets hungry, you know. And I'm like, well, where the fuck have you been for like 3 hours, you know? But yeah,
Good.
See, I don't think like I mean I definitely wouldn't be I know like we used to have a family dog that even though we lived in an apartment, we would literally let it out, and it would just like go down the sidewalk and come back up, and we'd like go pick up after it later in the day. So but that was not here, that was not in America. And I don't think that would be okay sort of in this age, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's as far
Unless
as
I
I've
had my own
seen that.
land or something, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
we need the Ice Beans country.
Like I mean, if you have if you have land, especially if you have like a farm dog, you know.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like that, I could see like yeah.
farm
free-range
cats are better
dogs.
though.
Sure.
I will say it to the. I wanted to run a panel just
Mm-hmm.
for cats. It's still in the works. I'm just gonna have a bunch of
Wait,
people
just
with their
cats?
cats. Yes,
oh,
for
people with their cats.
well,
Okay.
people that they have to have their cats with them when they do the stream.
Oh no, that's gonna be an issue.
It'll be so much fun.
My
Just
my
to
cat
have like
my cat would never sit still for long enough for that.
they don't need to like constantly be with you. They just need to be in the room, and you can like watch them running around.
Huh.
Hold on. Oh no, totally. My chat keeps trying to do pyramids and they keep failing.
I see the strength of Heem's community now.
But yeah, we have a bunch of cat lovers in chat. Oh, Duber, that was a nice pyramid.
I'm glad. I'm glad we have respect for the correct animal. I am, in fact, a fish keeper, but cats will always hold a special place in my heart.
Even though the cats will eat your fish.
They don't eat fish. The only time that the cats that I've ever had have been interested in any of my other pets is I had a gecko that they liked, but after a month they stopped caring.
And they stopped wanting to eat it.
Yeah, they will because every night the gecko would walk around and the cat would stare directly at the gecko and freak it out. And then eventually it calmed down. So my cats are generally fish positive in a surprising way.
Fish positive,
But-
huh? That's good.
Yes.
Fish positive. See, my husband's cat is a prolific killer. We basically he's such a good killer that he actually got pissed at me, I think, because when I went over there for the first time, I think I was cleaning out the kitchen, and somehow the mop was sitting in the corner of the kitchen, and it had it was kind of a small breeding ground for fruit flies, so I cleaned all that stuff out. And for the longest time afterwards, Hermes would go sit in that corner and looking around for the fruit flies that weren't there, you know.
The fly murderer.
But yeah, I would apparently
I wish-
he has stashes of insects that he kills.
I wish my cats had more killer instincts. A moth will get in this house and live here for a month, as the cats just watch it fly around and do nothing about it.
Even
My cats are will not do anything, and I have 3 of them, and they refuse to act on anything. I had one cat. It would one of my cats. It will play fetch. It will not kill a bug.
yeah,
It's incredible.
my cat's about it. My cat is all over trying to kill flies or whatever it can find. Everything.
You mean
needs-
Tomas?
Yeah, Tomas feels like everything needs to die.
I
See,
see where you get
story.
the fascist from now.
See, I was gonna say that, yeah, that's how Hermes is. I think my husband said that, because his old apartment was infested with German roaches. And when he moved to his new apartment, he made sure that all of his belongings were roach free. That he didn't bring any hangers on, But he had left a box in the old apartment for another week or something, and so when he brought that out, there was a small resurgence. When he brought it back, there was a small resurgence of the German roaches, but they were quickly wiped out by the cat. So,
See, I'm only hearing
to
more
me,
evidence for why cats are so great.
no, but see, this is the thing. Here's the thing, though. I think I'm slightly of the opinion that if your animal doesn't have if your animal doesn't fulfill the purpose that it is there for, then it can also be classed as a pest. So if your
Well, wait,
cat isn't,
what-
so if your cat's just sitting there and leeching food and water and whatever else, right? And
What
you know-
purpose does a pet have? You're getting a bird.
Well, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on.
A bird can alert
We're not-
her
we're
when
not-
somebody's there. I mean,
Yeah, no, okay, so dogs. What do we use dogs for? We use dogs for alerting if there's a burglar in your house or something. So if your dog doesn't bark if a burglar comes in, then that's a pest. That's not a dog.
What
it's
if
not
your
gonna-
dog barks whether there's a burglar or not? Is that also
Well,
a
I mean,
pest?
that's
the whole
that's a
thing.
hypervigilant actor there. There's nothing wrong with that. They're just making extra sure.
I mean, they can't. To be realistic, though, they can't tell the difference. But yeah, if your cat doesn't catch mice, then what's the point of the cat?
Right?
Well, I don't have mice, but do not need a cat. The reason I keep cats is not so they kill bugs, you know? I keep a cat because whenever they're sitting on your lap, you're in heaven. And that's all you need. Better than a dog. Dog's too big. And if a dog's too small, it's not a dog. It's a rat.
Okay, but there's nothing wrong with rats, to be fair.
Yeah.
I
There's
used to have
nothing wrong
rats.
with rats.
I don't know. It kind of sounded like you were being ratophobic there. Are you
I'm being
ratophobic?
small dogophobic.
You're
Dog,
being
small dogs should be blessed to be compared to rats.
well. Yeah. See, now that's just harsh towards small dogs.
Exactly. Aren't you
Yeah,
a
I'm not
big dog over small dog person, Jason?
I have big dogs. Yeah.
JJ in chat. I always know whenever I think of him, I'm shitting on Chihuahuas. I can just think of him now.
He's like, think of
What
me
kind of
and I
dogs do you-
appear.
What kind of dog do you have, Jason?
I have one that's a husky lab mix, I think, and then
Okay.
the other one is a Rottweiler German Shepherd mix.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so, and they're both females, and they're totally girlfriends. They fucking love each other. It's great.
That's good.
And at least you have one cat. I can forgive you, Jason.
Yep, and one cat.
How
Which-
does a
which
cat-
both of
how does
the-
a cat... Yeah.
Both of the dogs are afraid of the cat.
I was
Good.
gonna ask, how do they get along with that?
No, they're
That's
afraid
how
of
it
the
should
cat.
be.
Well, because they try to be nice to it, like just be like, hey, what's up? You know, you can hang out with us. And every time they go around it, you know, fucking put its ears back and start clawing at them and shit. And they're like, oh, fuck this, I'm
That is
fucking
what
out
I
of
do.
here.
One of the funniest moments, because we were talking about Radical Reviewer earlier for this reason. I remember Radical Reviewer was on a hip, and one of the guests had their cat jump across the screen, and he was not happy about it.
Why?
That- because he's a dog.
Did he run out? Did he run off the screen?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I don't know how that dog. Like, I obviously when we talk about Radical Reviewer, he's not actually the dog, but I don't know how that dog is so well behaved to do so many
was gonna say-
videos and to do
I
a
was gonna-
live stream just sitting there
Wait,
on
so
a
when he
hippy dippy
live stream-
panel.
When he live streams, he just has the dog sitting there.
Yeah, when he debated Destiny, he just had the dog sitting there.
What the? I need to watch this man just for this then. Hold on.
Yeah, that sounds entertaining. That actually does sound really entertaining.
That's actually a really great That's holy shit! I didn't even realize that I thought this man just does YouTube videos or something.
Yeah, I don't know how he does live streams. It's incredible. That is an incredibly well trained dog. I'm glad we have the proto Marxist militia
Either-
dog.
Radical Reviewer.
hmm
Is he on Twitch?
He's not on Twitch. He's on YouTube.
Ah, okay. Dang. Okay, all right. How
He's
did
one
he
of those
debate?
damn video essayists.
I was gonna say, how did he debate Destiny then?
Well,
he
like
wasn't-
he's allowed on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, in the sense that I'm guessing he just then hopped on a Discord call. Or
Yeah.
something. Okay.
I think he uploaded as well. I don't remember. And then he went on a hippy dippy, which I think was even more amazing. Talking
So
with
fun.
one person is one thing, but when you have an entire panel,
Yeah, no joke. Somebody in chat
Like,
was somebody in chat
I
was
can
saying,
hardly sit still.
somebody in the chat was just saying that they'd be feeding it treats and shit, to keep it to stay there. I'm sure he was having to do something like that. There had to have been some trick to it because those things go on for a long fucking time. They're not short.
Yeah,
No, it's
but
just one very skilled dog.
And I was gonna say, not skilled, more chill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just happy to sit there, and just sit there in the chair.
He is
Yeah.
I've been trying to think about because I'm trying to get back onto the. I've been doing Twitch a while now, but I was taking a break from doing my own content. I was mainly doing this every week, which was fun. But I'm trying to get back on the train of debating because I kind of retired after a short retirement after I had my brains rotted out by Fabian Liberty. So I've been trying to make a list of people I'd really like to talk to, and he is very high on that list of people. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, but I would love to talk to Radical Reviewer.
What would you talk to him about?
Probably nerd theory stuff, because that's what he specializes in. But I am like legitimately shocked by how small he is as a YouTube creator, given how long he's been doing it.
I want to do. I want to do another thing with. Hey, it's Vadim.
Yeah, Vadim's great.
I really liked working with him. He was like incredibly easy to work with and super, super nice guy. So fucking chill.
Yeah, and as someone in my chat is telling me, talk to a flat earther. I have. I've debated flat earthers. It's very fun. I'm in the flat earther Discord as I'm friends with a few of them because I've managed to
Oh,
maintain kindness with them. But it's very fun.
I didn't know you.
That was one of
debated.
my favorite conversations. I never. It was really early in my career, so I never uploaded it. But it was like we talked about it, and their entire theory was that Antarctica is actually wrapped around the entire circular sphere, and that there is more land outside of Antarctica that the government doesn't want us to see. And it was all back to the Roman Senate control, which is still controlling the government today and all of these most powerful structures. And it was a very fun conversation.
Oh boy, one of those, huh?
So much fun. I need to do it again.
I've not really had any debates yet. I don't think I'd be like comfortable debating anyone on any particular topic yet. Just because like, I don't know, I'm still a lot of my positions I'm still sort of building up the arguments for.
Okay, let's say you could have your dream debate against anyone, and it could be any topic, and the opponent would have to argue whatever thing that they were against. What would be your dream debate?
Who?
That's a really hard one, actually.
Doesn't have to be it could be just any random person. You could debate Hitler for all I care.
Well, are we talking in terms of like productive conversation, or are we talking about like memes?
If you want a meme with Hitler, that's up to you. It could be whatever you want it to. You can have it to be a meme debate. It can be a serious debate. It can be whatever.
Wait, come back to me. Like, let's move on to something else and come back to this because I actually do want to think about. I do actually want to think about this because I'm like completely blanking on like who I'd like to talk to.
Jason, do you have one that you'd like to? What would be your dream debate? Who do you want to destroy the most?
Oh, come on. Destiny. I think everybody wants to take their swipe at Destiny.
I want to fight Destiny, but he's not my number one. You know, I like the Ben Shapiro of the world, like a higher tier.
I mean, I could say like, let's just go ahead and knock out the new HDC champion. You know, I'm down with that. Like, let's go.
Well, we can go message him right now, and you
go take out critically thinking veteran. You know, I mean, there's that.
You, Jason, society.
Well, we can
check.
message him anytime and pull him into our show. That's not the greatest challenge. He's promised me a debate at some point. I've just never followed up on it.
Okay, I know my answer now. It'd be
Okay.
JLP.
JLP. That's a great
That
one.
is true.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I could
You,
definitely...
Jason, society.
I don't
check.
know what he would do with like a tiny brown girl on the internet. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, what
do
would
you
he do?
love black people?
See, I just don't. I don't think he'd be able to handle it. You know?
Yeah,
We certainly say that you don't have the right to vote. That'd be the first thing.
Well, yeah, but like also like you know, until I moved to America, I didn't actually know many black people. I knew maybe like 2 black people.
And the first one you met was Jesse Lee Peters.
Now I did meet like, you know, I obviously knew people of like different like, you know, nationalities and stuff, and I knew African people, but you know,
Yeah. I'm glad
not
Jesse
like-
Lee Peterson was a good first introduction.
Okay, he wasn't like the worst, but still, I think it'd be really funny, and I think it'd be a really nice like, oh yeah, I talked to that dude.
Yeah, he's one of my dream conversations as well.
Yeah,
I
I would meme the whole time. Like it would just
yeah,
be
no,
me
it would be
memeing
just
the
it would just
entire
be memes.
conversation.
I think
that's all you
what-
gotta do.
That's I think what like I think as long as we're talking about dreams, right? Like essentially what I'd be wanting to do is essentially I'd want to get to the point where I kind of want my conversation to go like how Dylan's conversation went, like how Dylan was basically just memeing the entire time, right? Completely deadpan, like just like that essentially.
How do you guys think an infrared Jesse Lee Peterson interview would go?
Fine, they'd agree on everything.
I feel like JLP would kick Haas off his channel.
He might.
Well, he kicked David Pakman off, so that's not that high of a
Oh,
bar.
really?
Yeah, he's done it a few times now, I think.
Wait, why did he kick David Pakman off?
He just doesn't like David Pakman. I love the they're only followed by the Destiny Jesse Lee Peterson interviews, but I love the David Pakman Jesse Lee Peterson interviews. I've thought about doing a Jesse Lee Peterson Twitch tier list because I think his videos are so funny. If I ever am like sad and I need something to pick me up, I'll just pick up a. I think the Vosh one is great. I want to see another Vosh one. You know, Vosh should really try and do it.
I was telling you this, Sen, but I need to find the link for this. But the JLP Discord is
Yes,
quite
you were telling me about that.
Let me see where. I don't know if anyone in chat remembers when we did this, but we essentially took a like I took the Heme Discorders on a field trip into this man's official Discord server, and he doesn't actually talk in his Discord, which makes sense because he's ancient, right? But so you had like some nut jobs in there. You had people like talking about like like some pretty offensive stuff. They had like some fun emotes, and then they had like a fucking tar baby emote.
Oh no! Fucking horrible.
Like it was so random. It was like, he had like some Donald Trump ones. He had a cool like what the. He had that. Okay, I stole that from his Discord. The what the. 'Cause that's just a funny emote. You know what I mean? So that was cool. And then like he had like a red pill and a blue pill and a black pill emote, and then he has a fucking tar baby, and it was so offensive. It was like, what is this?
Have y'all seen the video where he plays Minecraft?
No.
It's very funny. Like he walks by a chicken and he says, "Is that a white person?" And I cannot get over how like bad his webcam is in that video. Like as for a professional, his webcam is so bad.
He so he tried to play Minecraft.
He has one video where he played Minecraft. It is so funny.
I obviously need to follow this man more often because I don't know. Apart from the interviews that I've seen that he's done, like I don't really watch like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, my mom is very liberal, and I just had to show her one of them, and then she finds him so funny, like, but in an awful way. So I've ended up watching Jesse Lee Peterson with my mom, and it's a very fun experience. So that's how I know about the crazy stuff that he's done.
Nice.
It is one of the few political things I've ever done with my mom. So Mike is yelling at me to pull in a fourth person because Yahweh has not showed up. What do you think about that, Jason? Should we just leave it with us? I think Ice Beans can carry the conversation, right?
Totally up to you. It's SEINESDAY.
It is SEINESDAY. And I don't want JJ to come in at me about my dog take because I know he's going to be very mad. And Mike's been in enough of these, so I think we're going to. I'm still going to give Yahweh a chance. I'm not sure what happened with him. It was also a weird schedule. And the other thing I got to do, we have a. Well, we're starting it now. We have a what would you call it? Like a ritual that we do every Sunday. So when we have a guest, we have the guest nominate someone they think should come on in the future.
Oh, that's fun.
And we want them to pick someone that they think is a reasonable person. You can't say like Bernie Sanders or something, right? Even though he will eventually be the final guest
The final.
of Seinesday. But who would, and I'll let you think about it. Who do you think would be fun to have on the Jason, Sen, and Yahweh show? You can think about it if you need to. It's a we've been springing a lot of questions on you.
Do I get only one submission? Is that
You, I'll give you one main submission, but then you can sub just as many people as you'd like after that.
okay? I know who my meme submission would be,
Okay.
and that would be Cum Gremlin.
Okay.
Do you know
I
who
am not
Cum
familiar
Gremlin
with
is?
Cum Gremlin.
Okay. Gremlin, or Cummy as we sometimes call her, is she's a very valued member of Heem's Discord
Okay.
and just community. She is very she's very chaotic. Let's just put it that
Okay.
way.
Perfect for the show then.
So essentially, if you have her on the show, I have no idea what's going to happen, and that's, I think, the best part. And now I don't think she's okay. She's definitely not gonna come here and like drop a bunch of slurs or something. But
That's good.
but she frequently just like pops on a Heem stream and like gives them absolute shit, and everybody loves it. And like
Okay.
it's just a one time. I'll send you a video of like a pretty iconic Cum Gremlin.
All right.
But I would say actually William of Orange is probably a good person to have on here.
From what I've seen, I like Will.
Yeah, I think that William is a pretty William would be a good like y'all would find something to debate about. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't necessarily need this to be a debate show, you know. It's a chill show, you know.
Well, no,
It's
but
for-
see, the thing is that essentially, I think he'd be a little bit like me. Like he could not only carry the conversation, but like he's nice enough that like, you know, even if y'all do debate about something, it's not gonna be like a yelling match or something. He'll just keep it entertaining. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Good conversation.
Okay. Jason, speaking of that, have you ever had a yelling match with someone on this platform? I can't think of one because I don't do
Yeah,
it.
me and
I've yelled at. I've
me and
yelled at
CTV
anarchists.
went in on each other, man. Me and
Well-
CTV. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Who else? Had a yelling match with the pro Russian guys on the
Oh, I hadn't
political
seen that.
shit show.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that. That was.
I mean, I was fucking screaming. No. I've definitely gotten into screaming matches with people on here for sure. Look at some of those
Like-
old Prime videos.
The biggest one that I thought of was like we were on a panel with Superpower Broadcasting, and if you were ever gonna yell at someone, he's the person to yell at.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't yell. So, or you didn't yell that much. So it was like I was thinking, have you ever had a screaming match, Jason? But I guess you have.
Oh yeah, lots. You know, like that's. I mean, when I first came out the gate, like you know, I had a pretty good understanding of how you're gonna get attention here. You gotta be, you know, very vociferous and loud and a little exaggerated, you know, in the panels, and then people take notice, and that's exactly what happened. You know.
You're telling me you don't have common, collected, informational conversations with people?
You know, those are for scholarly debates.
I guess I've been doing it wrong then. I need to pull my flat earthers back on.
This is literally a shit show with most of the shit.
I should go back into the flat earth community and try and pull, like, the biggest thing that I run into when I run into debates is the problem if I'm presented with an argument that I wasn't expecting at all, I don't know how to respond to it. I'm typically like not great at that. And that was one of the biggest things that I ran into when I was talking with the flat earthers. And I didn't really feel like I needed to respond to a lot of the stuff they said, because someone pulled up an image of a live stream from space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just said that's CGI. And I don't feel like I needed my sources too strong on that one, but I should probably go in a little bit more prepared. I like to know my stuff before I talk with someone, even if it's going to be a meme debate. But I do think that's definitely an untapped market going for the flat earther community.
I think it's difficult. Well, partly when you do run into people who just won't accept like the same level of evidence as you, right?
Yeah.
I think what keeps me away from debating people is obviously I'm still figuring out like it's not that I don't know what I believe, it's that I don't know necessarily how to argue it, right?
Right.
In the moment. And also because I'm still at the stage where like essentially if somebody provides me like I like if I came to a point where I just didn't know how to respond to something, I'd almost want to stop the debate and be like, no, tell me more so that we can find out more about this. Let's fact check this. Like, you know, hey, like I want to look this up now. Like, and I feel like it would turn into like I'd almost want it to turn into an educational thing and not like a debate thing.
So if
Well,
you were
that
debating,
happens a lot, though. That does happen a lot on there. Like I know I'll be fucking hammering away at my Google, like looking shit up while I'm on some of those debates. Like, is that really true? No, it's not. See, I just found blah blah blah. And, whatever.
And I think right, and I think that I'm still not at the I'm still not at the point where I know enough about a subject to know that what evidence that they just provided is probably sus, right?
Gotcha.
Like,
have you not studied enough about socialist hypocrisy yet?
well, see, that's what I mean. Oh, see that? No, like okay, like that I could probably at this point argue a little bit, right? Because I've been like researching it and talking about it and doing it for like a while. So I guess that's what I mean is that I'm still not at that point yet. So like the EBT and SNAP stuff that I was researching, like I feel like I can argue on that some of that now. But as soon as somebody brings up a
witnessing the 3 hours of hell with me and Criterion.
No, this is like I mean that was the hypocrisy stuff. But like honestly, like I think that like as soon as somebody asks me something that I haven't researched, like it'll just go back to like essentially a research thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'm still in the information gathering portion.
Well, I will definitely say Twitch is not in need of more debate bros. So you do not need to rush into doing debate, as I'm sure Jason can tell you. And as I would tell you, there are far too many debate bros at the moment.
Well,
Right.
I think there's room for plenty of debate bros and debate broads. I think what there's room for and what there's a need for is people doing it in a word that I know we try to avoid, Sin. Doing it in good faith, and really coming to the table in good faith to try to have a real conversation about the issues, and I do think that's missing. I think there's a lot of people that will do what it takes to get clicks, and I get that it's a part of the game, but I think that there needs to be more people that are good faith, that are getting attention, and are putting themselves out there. So I'd say go for it.
Like
it doesn't have to,
Mr. Girl, right?
Well, that doesn't have to be all you, but that doesn't have to be all you do. Find other things that also entertain you that you like doing on your stream as well. But I enjoy it. Like I've stopped doing panels all the time. I haven't been on a Prime panel in like over 6 weeks, I think. And but I still like to do it. It's just I've been doing other things with my stream, so you know.
I think so Duber mentioned my chat was saying that there are too few debate sisses, and like
That is
I
true.
think and that the only one that comes to mind is Demon Mama, and I think that like that kind of speaks to it because like the only like notable ones are the ones that have essentially relied on like non-good fate tactics to be relevant, right?
Well,
Like she's very much leaned into like the whole being a heel of the community thing, like even when she was doing panels, right?
even like there are a few of them that we've come to appreciate. There's obviously Stardust. There's
Yeah,
Cherry. Uh, I think Cherry's still doing. She might be taking a break, but
I
she's
know
still
she's
into
taking a
her
break,
thing.
but like I think
We
that
had RGR.
see
um,
what I mean though is that like I think I can think of a few too, but like
yeah.
a lot of them end up like I don't know, like I don't necessarily see them on like debate bro levels, I guess.
Are you telling me that Brittany from Politically Provoked is not your ideal debates?
Uh
Right.
I honestly cannot think of Britney from Politically Provoked without thinking of like the pasta stunt that she pulled on Heem's stream. Did y'all hear about that?
I did not.
So she came in. So he was doing a cooking stream, okay,
Okay.
and he was hand making pasta. He was hand making noodles, okay, from scratch.
Hmm.
And so this man is like, he's kneading the dough. He's like putting it through the pasta machine a billion times. That's how noodles are made. And
Hmm.
so Brittany comes in at some point, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm making noodles. Like I'm making noodles from scratch." And she was like, "Why? You could just buy them from the store. They're 99 cents." And we were like, "Yeah, but we want we want fresh pasta. Like that's the point, right?" And she was like, "Okay, well, when do they get like hard? Like at what point do you make the noodles hard?" And we were like, "No, Brittany, you don't make these noodles hard. It's fresh pasta." And she was like, "Well, won't they melt when you put them in the water?"
She's got a real brain on her, doesn't she?
And we could not convince
That's
this woman.
great.
We could not convince this woman that the pasta doesn't melt when you put it in the water.
I
Wait, are you
mean,
telling me it doesn't? I thought all pasta melts. That's why the spaghetti gets flaccid.
I mean,
Oh my god. No, that's the best part is like later I thought like does she not see how spaghetti gets soft after like a minute or two in the water? It was a great moment. Like Heem's still like she has
That's
not been like
beautiful.
every single time she enters Heem's chat, if someone will give her shit about the pasta, like
Rightfully so.
I love
oh
it.
no,
I love it.
she's a special case. I don't know if I'd count her among the debate sis's ranks.
I will say, Heem's gift, the one thing I can always appreciate Heem for, is I will say that I don't think he's like the most excellent debater. What I think he's so genius at is bringing out other people's stupidity. I think that's what Heem's gift is in every conversation I've seen. He like makes people feel comfortable, and then they say something that they shouldn't say.
Like doesn't want the fucking pasta melt. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess and I've told him this before that if you prepared a little bit more in your debates, like I think you could absolutely crush people, because you ask some pretty like hard hitting questions sometimes, and people aren't usually ready for it.
Yeah, he never seems really interested in that kind of debate, though. He seems like he's just kind of the guy that chill, and for some reason, people just melt in front of him like pasta.
I mean, I mean, I think he's like, he kind of markets himself as like an everyday Joe kind of guy, a little bit
Yeah.
to a certain
Yeah, he
degree.
seems very approachable, for
The
sure.
everyday Joe going for a PhD, as he has like over 1,000 followers on all platforms. He is able to maintain that very though, even though like I would that it's very interesting. He almost has a unprofessionalness to him that makes him more normy, but also makes him more endearing. Like whenever I'm friends with Mike, and we've talked about this. Whenever he has sound problems, whenever he talks with Dylan, it's almost like more endearing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I can see what you mean, like with the like the unprofessionality, like yeah, I could see that. I definitely think that it does help it does help that like being a normie on Twitch is also something that people are somewhat into a little bit.
Yeah, I
Um,
love when we've gone so far into the politics. Being normal is something that's a high quality attribute, you know?
right. I mean, like in the sense that like I think it is like the sort of the conversation coming back around because I think we've had essentially like um we've had like at least this is my perception of it, like we've had like Twitch politics for long enough now that people are like, is this activism, is this edutainment, like is edutainment worth it, right? And then that gets some people into saying like essentially like don't kid yourself into thinking this is activism, right?
My
um
chat is saying that it's exotic normalism. Would you describe him that way?
Exotic normalism.
Hmm.
Exotic, like how,
It's
what is
interesting because being normal is not normal on Twitch.
Yeah, I would say that I would say that that's true.
I would
Um,
actually say, Jason, that's one of the things that you also execute well. You come off as like a regular person pretty well. And I'm not sure how you do it, but good job.
yeah, I was
Hey,
gonna say, Jason, I kind of see you as a normie a little bit.
yeah, I'm pretty normal. I'm only tame after spending many years singing for a metal band and doing all the crazies and all the crazy things, and getting in plenty of trouble with the law and understanding I don't want to be in trouble with the law anymore. But yeah, that's But normie on many other levels, very much so. Just yeah. I've done my hell raising, and now I'm doing my hell raising on Twitch. So.
Nice. Well, you have a stream of light in your background, so I
Yes, he
don't
has
know how
the
much normie.
bisexual lighting.
Yeah, I don't know how much normie you can be if you have a stream of light.
Well,
I
doesn't
need
Heem also have that?
Yeah, he does. He has like actual bisexual colors too. The pink and purple.
I just have the bisexual green screen with the sunset. I'm not able
I
to steal any of that. I'm trying the best I can.
I do actually have a light that I have set up, but well, I could have set it up for today, but I need to get an additional light source. Um, because otherwise I'll just look like a face in the dark. I'll look basically like our relevant with cool streamer lights in the background. So um, I'm gonna wait until that comes in to like do my full streamer bisexual light setup. But
Yeah, I need to. I would do
gotta
it if it wasn't more expensive.
gotta have
I
the
need to get
bisexual
those
lights. Yep.
subs.
what'd you say, Jason?
Gotta have those bisexual lights. Gotta have them.
Well, you've done a really good. Like I like your setup. Like it's a cute little lamp in the back. You know.
Yeah, I got these bulbs off of Amazon and they're pretty slick. I set it to whatever color transitions I want, and it's all done on my phone. I like it.
Speaking of that lamp, I never told you this, Jason, but one of the funniest nights is I woke up at like 3 a.m. my time, and you had ended your stream. Like it was just as you ended your stream, and I opened your Discord to do some work in your Discord, and you're still on in Discord. So I joined the voice chat to see what's up, and it's just you left your camera on,
Oh,
and your
shit.
lamp is just changing lights in the background. And I tried to call. I'm like, say, Jason, are you there? And then you weren't. And then I check in like 3 hours later, and it's still there.
Oh no.
And I'm fairly certain a lot of people could have joined that open voice server.
No,
So I
not
just
that
found
one.
that very funny.
That was locked down for like you have to get pulled into that one. It was Blazing Room. It was Blazing Room. I remember because I woke up the next morning. I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
That's actually really funny.
I tried to like move you out, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You were like stuck in that room. You were determined.
You couldn't kick him out?
No, I was on my phone and I didn't want to boot up my computer because it was 3 a.m. And I was just like looking at it and I kept trying to boot him out and it refused. I think it's because
That's
he's
funny.
the owner of the Discord and I can't do that.
Oh, yeah. We used to do that with one of my other Discords. Is like sometimes people will like fall asleep on voice chat, and then we'd move them to a room and we'd call it like, I don't know, we'd call it like sleepy time or insert username.
That is funny. Lord Kelmar in my chat says the Society of Jason has found its religion, the Church of the Mood Lamp.
There it is.
That's
All
funny.
hail Mood Lamp.
Mood lamp goes between blue and purple.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, wait, Ice Beans, your main thing right now is like your series, right? Aren't you
My
the
what?
expert now? Like you just talk to people who are like ex-religious.
So that's my that's my religion arc that I'm going on, and then I do have a political right now I just finished like I guess I like put the lid on like the whole hypocrisy thing in politics.
Good for you.
Yeah, I do want to. What was the other thing that I wanted to start researching on? It'll come to me in a second, but I do have an idea on like what I want to do next for my next politics stream. But yeah, I've been on a big like anti-religion kick, and like I'm like about to do a big old section on Jehovah's Witnesses, so that'll be interesting.
So
essentially-
do you approve of us forming a cult around Jason's lamp?
We could do a cult around Jason's lab. That's fine, as long as you let me.
You see no problems with that?
No, I see no problems as long as you let me like stream the Fallout and like the big like yeah.
Yes, you get to write the apocalypse story.
Yeah. Like the rise and fall of the cult of the mood lamp.
The Mood Lamp Society.
That
So
was a good
wait,
one.
I've never is your name so Jason, your name is Jason Society. Do you call your community the Jason Society?
I don't have a name for them.
We need to name them tonight. It's very important. Are they the society?
They could be.
Jason's.
But then
Jason Society.
But then it'd have
The
to be
Jasonites.
Jason's. Although-
Jasonites.
Although it would be the Argonauts, because the
Oh, that's
Jason
cool.
Society is born out of like basically there was a lot of conspiracy theory books that were running around back in the day, and in those books there's essentially there's a lot of talk about aliens and covering up the alien question and all that. And the Jason Scholars or Jason Society were apparently tasked by the government. There's a series of group of scientists and researchers and philosophers to answer the alien question and then to cover it up. So that was kind of the idea. It was the name of my band, we were all kind of into that shit. And then I just kind of kept it because people kept calling me that anyways, even though it was a reference to the band. Now my first name really is Jason, which is part of the reason they just kept calling me it. So I was like, all right, well, fine. I'll
Yeah,
I'll
that
use it.
actually reminds me. when I look up Jason Society on YouTube, I don't get your YouTube page first.
No, you
I
get
get
a
a
bunch of
video.
conspiracy theory shit, huh? From a lady. There's like a lady, and there's
Yeah,
probably
I
one with
think
William
so.
Cooper, and
It would be really funny for you to go through these videos on stream. I think that would be great.
I think I should actually, because I
We
was
need to
really
go
into I
on.
was really into that stuff for a long time, and then I kind of like worked myself out of it. I was like, you know what? There's always all these people with circumstantial evidence that never leads to anything. Nobody can ever prove anything. You know, it's just people that, they come up with, they find fucking a scrap of paper that they've determined means something significant that really doesn't fucking mean anything. You know, it's
Well,
lather, rinse, repeat with all these guys. And, like, Alex Jones is the fucking worst, but yeah.
wouldn't the ultimate arc to be to debate the Jason Society?
That would be great. That would be
Like,
fucking amazing.
that needs to be the ultimate conclusion of your story, right? That's the only way that we can go full circle.
Yeah, that would be the end game arc,
And we can have Ice Beans debate Beans. That would be her
Beans.
Ice and Beans.
Oh no. Yeah, I had to call. I had to revise my community name. Because I think I raided into like Shark one day, and he was like, "Welcome in, Ice Beaners," and he was
Oh,
like,
no.
"Wait," he said, "Wait, hold on, that did not sound
Sorry.
right."
You got him.
Uh,
Congratulations, you sharked the shark.
so I think
Whoops.
I've been calling them beanies. So that's been kind of fun. Although I'll sometimes say beans. But yeah.
Where did the
got-
name Ice Beans come from?
It's funny. I actually had it's really dumb actually. I had two rats. One of them was called Dangerous Beans, and the other one was called Ice Cream. And that's just where it came from. I think
Ice Cream Dangerous Beans. Okay.
yeah, Ice Cream and Dangerous Beans. And it's like I don't know. It became my like online like how like you'll have like you'll have like the first cringy online tag for a while. And then this was like the more refined one. And I don't know how it ended up being like my nickname for everything, but like my gamer friends knew me as Ice Beans, and then eventually I was known on Twitch like as a chatter as Ice Beans, and so it felt really weird to have to come up with an entirely new name for a channel. So
Yeah,
Ice Beans it is.
That's
Like,
really
this
funny.
is gonna work.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's a good as name as any, and I can do some cool branding things with it. So I'm not too mad.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my my plant emote that I said I was going to be getting.
Did I
You
pronounce
remember
your
that?
plant emote? Yeah.
Well, you promised a plant emote for your emotes,
Oh,
not to make
I've been
me
I've been
one.
working I've been working on emotes for another streamer, and so like
Mhm.
uh
Leonard, right?
it's Leonard to the detriment of my own emotes.
Oh no!
It's been a busy couple weeks. So I haven't worked on my Duber is very mad that I don't have emotes for them.
Yes, we need more emotes. We do
Yeah.
have. It's funny because whenever I spam Dumbfox in your stream,
Yes.
I spam a mix of yours and Heem's, and no one
Memes,
can tell the
because
difference.
because it's the same fucking emote. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I need to reclaim Dumb Fox. I need to. Speaking of, we need to make that union.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was gonna talk about.
Yeah.
And I think after this, I'm gonna have Jason bring up some actual news because that's what we usually discuss on this show. But
I will say that I might have to dip out after this because
Yeah.
this is well past my bedtime.
That's
Okay.
fine. It's well past mine as well. I have a weed energy drink keeping me going, which is not really weed, but it's I specifically needed. I never feel tired on stream. This is my second stream of the day. I usually like have a very high energy boost when I'm on stream, and as soon as I get off, I
You crash.
completely dip in energy. And welcome, Double Shine. Thank you for the good luck. We look forward to seeing you on Sonarcast on Sunday. I cannot wait. But this is the first time I'm like actually feeling tired on stream. Probably because I streamed a 2.5 hour socialism conversation earlier.
Gotcha.
And welcome, Clay Beans Tree. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so while we have you here, we need to talk about this union. So you seem like you are one of the most oppressed by you just will order something in the Discord, you must do it, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Who else are the oppressed workers, the proletariat
The miners working away in the meme mines.
Yes.
Probably Waleed, Weedledraws,
Mm-hmm.
the guy who did Heem's emotes for him. The children crave the mines, say Dewberry. I mean, there are a few people who make like Heem memes. I think like for whatever reason, I don't know how I ended up being like branded as the meme person. I think it was because essentially he had a memes channel, and he wanted it to be essentially he memes, not just like general memes. But we had like a random user in the Discord who would post like just any old meme, right?
Right.
And and so I think when I ended up making like a custom stream related meme, he was so fucking excited. He pinned that shit. He was like, this is the quality of memes we need. And so then I just became like the meme person. So
You've been shackled with these chains. The chains of
unfortunately,
human slavery.
yeah, at least Waleed got paid for his emotes. I don't get paid for my memes. I need some union representation.
I don't know. I'm being told that my tracksuit is a pro Putin dog whistle.
True. That's why you need to be making pro Zelensky cat whistles. It's the only kind of whistles that we approve of.
Wait, tracksuits are dog whistles now?
Apparently so. What's James from the internet gonna do? This whole tracksuit mafia is going down.
We need to get you in the. Zelensky wears mainly suits, right? Oh, do we need Zelensky in that really hot dancer? Those like tights.
Yes. Oh, that was great. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, no fucking way. JJ, you can't say fuck everybody that bans you. You're banned by everybody. I'm just a very, very forgiving streamer.
So, can we get you in the thigh highs, Jason?
That's going to be a hard no.
How many subs?
I mean, maybe if I got like 1,000 subs or something.
Okay. I'll see what we can do. I'll contact Soros. I'm sure we can get something done.
I'm just kidding, JJ. You haven't done anything to get banned here. What's up, Queen Alexa? How you doing?
All right. So, if we can form this union, how many people do you think we can get to join it? And what kind of bargaining power will we have against Heem? Do we have any leverage over him?
See, the thing is that, like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know who else would have provided him memes. Like, I feel like I have some pretty big, like, bargaining power right now, just being the soul. I think he'd do it. I think he would do shit himself, maybe. But, I don't know if he'd find somebody who'd spend hours on a meme like me.
So we need to make the meme general strike of the meme Discord community. We'll make it an
Maybe.
event.
That would be funny.
Okay. We'll
Can't
get
scam
this
if no
planning
one else is in
together.
the meme factory. Yeah, I think that's the. I think like I think that I think the other problem is that like I've made like a couple of high quality ones, and so part of the problem is that like the stuff that he would miss are kind of the low quality ones, the ones that he could probably make if he had a little bit more time. So that might be a problem.
So from the sounds of it, what are the demands that the union needs to have? What do you want to accomplish?
You know who wait, hold on. I just before we get to demands, I know that Turtle Messiah is another person in the meme minds with us. He's got his stuff jacked by him before with no credit. So I'd say like my first demand would be credit for all memes.
Okay, so anything beyond that, any kind of compensation, any kind of shout outs, any kind of Twitter follows?
He'd need to at least shout us out.
Okay.
For like he needs to have like a separate like section of his like YouTube video dedicated to like the memers of the community.
I think I can put that together. I'll get the organization together. We'll make a group chat.
Yeah,
We'll
because
form a
like
union.
money is not an issue right now. I'd rather have like Heem's like exposure.
Well, I am going to, if you don't mind, I will charge a fee for running the union.
You're gonna charge a fee for running the union.
That sounds like a dirty union boss right there.
I was gonna say.
I'll run it as well as a police union, guys. Don't worry.
I'm already a penniless meme miner, and you want me to spend money on union dues?
Listen, you gotta spend money to make money.
This sounds like a protection racket. This sounds like extortion.
How are you gonna get people on this socialist idea, man?
Hey, when it comes to unions, I ain't no socialist. Talk about hypocrisy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if Critical Canadian gets here, he'd bust you for this one. Yeah, no, I think it is, no, I'll settle for sharing the exposure. I don't know about all this, like, union dues.
I'll forgive those for now, but if we get some real leverage, I might like pull some stuff in. Like if we can get like a Vosh sponsorship or something, we can get the union.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely think that Vosh would never sponsor it out of the fear that his chat would unionize. So I don't know if we're ever gonna get that kind of support unless Vosh. Who could we get?
Well,
to
I mean, if you're
support
gonna
the
be pro-union,
effort?
you got to be pro-union. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't be picky just because like somebody might unionize, right?
Just remember how much heat the Young Turks took for opposing unionization because they were such a small shop that was going to put them out of business. Like,
Wait, would it really have though?
I don't know.
Well, that was the. So
That's what they were saying. That's what
I know about this out of the video that Ben Shapiro made on Turks, rather than anything that the Young Turks actually discussed. But I remember Ben Shapiro mocking the Young Turks for the employees requesting crazy things, and that's all I remember. Like requesting like extreme break time.
Oh, really?
But that's all I pretty much remember. I do think. Like, when it comes to Vosh, I do actually think it's about time he had a union for his chat. He's been putting them through a lot recently.
Queen Alexa said she was just talking to Vosh like 10 minutes ago.
Would he hate the union? Is Vosh pro chat union?
Yeah, would he be pro mod union, do you think, Queen Alexa?
I have a feeling that he would just ban everyone in the union.
Yeah, I don't know about a chat union.
United Union of United Vosh Union of Soviet Socialist Voshites. She said she doubts that he hates his mods.
Oh
That is
no.
true.
Rest in pepperonis.
Okay. So, which?
Oh, he's
of
banned
the-
on Twitch too, so no, I don't
that's
think
true.
I don't think he
True,
had
yeah.
mods in. Unless he was gonna unionize his Discord mods, Discord admin.
Well,
Or
he
his
has
site
mods in
chats.
his he has mods in his website. But he also owns the website. It's kind of like a community town, right? Or like a company town, right? He owns the land that they live on. He owns the emotes that they spread. He owns everything.
I don't know
He's-
about the future of that. I don't know how that will.
You can buy your house, but I own the land underneath it. Damn it.
All right. Well, I am gonna peace out before I fall asleep entirely. This was fun
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Heck yes. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'll come on. Or like, yeah, I'd love to be there if you ever do bring William on. I think that'd be
Oh yeah.
hilarious as fuck.
We can have, maybe we'll have a union chat.
Oh,
We'll get together the entire heme community and we'll do a union conversation.
oh, that'll be good. Actually, that would be okay. Honestly, though, I think if you did get enough of like Heem's community in here, you may may also get a Heem. I'm just saying.
Jason, how many people? Like, I'm pretty sure I could get a large amount of hemers, right? I've made friends with a amount of hemers at this point.
Yeah.
How many would you think would we need in order to get a hem?
I don't know. It's more about the right people.
Okay.
So
Who would you suggest in order to get the hem?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
But
We'll-
I'll let you.
We'll
I'll let
work
you
our
know.
plans out. We'll we'll plan our first union meeting.
Honestly, I think if you have the right like topic to talk about, or like you know what I mean, like I think you could definitely get a Heem on, but probably after he makes his like streaming debut,
Yeah.
like his return to streaming.
Yeah.
So,
He was just
Yeah.
talking to. I saw him just talking on Twitter about it, about feeling like he's feeling ready to come back pretty soon. So
yeah, I think he just needed a month or so to like literally get his paper done.
yeah, for
He
sure.
needed someone to kick him off the internet and tell him to go do his homework. Like that's all he needed. So, now that that's almost done.
We'll have to plan, and I'll make sure I charge the right amount for my union dues. Maybe it'll be like a once a month raid.
Oh my goodness, that'd be funny.
Once
That would
a
be funny, actually.
once a month raid and health insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in Canada, then you already have it, right?
Most of
true.
Heem's community comes from Canada anyway.
No, see.
Now I'm like doubting whether I should do this because the amount of Canadians I'd have in our call, that would be like quite a lot, you know? I don't know whether we could deal with it.
Oh come on, Canadians are alright. They're not Brit bongers.
This is true. This
It
is
does
true.
beg the question, which is worse?
Brit bongers.
You're anti-Brit bonger?
No, I'm not an anti-Brit bonger, but
We'll
I
have to
prefer-
get Queen Janie in here and you can debate her.
Oh no. Alright. Get her in here, I'll debate. I'm just kidding. I'm not anti-Brit bonger.
We need to debate as to whether or not her cat is really a Tory.
No, Jason, we've been over this. Her cat is turned to the good side. We debated the cat out of being a Tory.
Queen Alexa says she wants Chud Logic on here.
Oh god.
We should. Yeah, we can get.
I'm
all of
with
the
it.
Brit
I'm with
bongers.
it. I'm with it.
Would you debate Chud Logic over whether Brit bongers are bad or not? He would just call you. What does he call Americans? Americhuds? Americoids.
Yeah. Call them Americoids. Or Yankoids. I think that's what
Yankoids.
he
I don't
called
even.
them.
I don't even get the Yankee stuff because no one talks about the fucking Yankees anymore. You know?
Except for the Brit bongers.
Apparently, they care more about the Yankees than we do.
Yanks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right,
Alright.
we will catch you later, Ice Beans.
Alright,
Yeah,
have a good
take
night,
care.
y'all. Bye.
Bye. All right, we're gonna shout out the Ice Beans in my chat real quick.
Hell
too.
yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
If-
I enjoyed it. She's funny.
If any of you are watching, y'all should go check out Ice Beans. She is a wonderful member of the Heme community, and she has been very fun to talk to.
Yeah, buddy.
Would you be open to running the Heme Union on stream? I think that would be so much fun.
Well, I got the fucking what's the guy's name? Jimmy Hoffa haircut. So I could, as long as I don't disappear out in the desert anywhere, I think I'm good for it.
Hell yeah. So, I
I
think...
don't know what they're gonna think about that though. Like, hey, here's this dude that's not in the Heem's mod circle, but yeah, he's gonna run the union.
Well, that's what you gotta do, right? You have someone come in from top and you organize the union. If I'm not gonna do it, who else is gonna do it?
True.
You gotta further the movement, no matter what avenue it takes you, right?
I mean, I guess.
And think of the views, Jason. Think of the Heme views.
Queen Alexa says she'll do it. She's pro mover and shaker. Hell yeah. Oh, that's great. That's so good.
Great, thank you for going and dropping a follow for Ice Beams. Y'all should do it and make sure, and whenever you see her, tell her to update her emotes.
Yeah, update those emos.
I am also, since I streamed earlier, I'm also feeling weird. And I think I'm doing a stream tomorrow where I'm talking about socialism again.
Oh
So
boy.
I'm getting back on the debate horse.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I do have to say, we have to have a tag team debate, Jason.
Yeah. Who do you want to debate?
Destiny and Fosh.
At the same time? Alexa
Yes,
says
they can be the other tag team.
Alexa says to debate her.
What would we debate about, Queen Alexa? I've been on your panel, but I've never... What would we debate about? I actually don't know your positions that strongly. I know that you're cool, but I don't know your positions. What are you challenging us to, Queen Alexa? Next time you need Jason to debate the pro-Russia fascists, I'll help him as well.
There we go. Me and Rhizome were having so much fun with that one. That one was great. And then when Sunsaw came in, with the people's elbow
Anything
off
you
the top
believe
rope.
I hate. So I think it would be good. We should debate to disband the monarchy. Do you agree?
Yes, disband the monarchy. Oh,
Okay,
somebody's
we can
saying
get-
they want me to debate Hassan, but Hassan's not a great debater. I don't know what I would debate him on either. We agree on quite a bit, not everything.
We
but
can
a
debate
lot.
on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But I have a feeling he's never going to talk to anyone about that. What the hell are you talking about, Ormy? How dare you? I'm banning you, Ormy. How dare you? You've been banned. I cannot believe you tonight.
Queen Alexa says she wants to keep the monarchy.
Great, then we can, that'll be a great debate topic. We can get Queen Alexa and Queen Janie on one side and we'll debate to destroy... Or do you want, Eris? Would you rather have Queen Janie or Eris as your debate partner, Queen Alexa? That would be a fun debate, though, as far as memes go.
Ormy said Sen needs to brush his hair. She
saw
says,
that.
just looking out for you. Look, she said either one, I'm friends with both. There you go.
Okay. I'll message Queen Janie. We'll see what we can get to happen. Speaking of changing viewer awards, you promised me something, and you have not delivered, Jason.
Yeah, I know. I need to go through. Well, because I'm still fighting with Twitch over getting my follower emotes back. I'm so mad about that.
Well, I looked over the thing to get follower emotes, and I think I realized why you lost emotes.
Yeah, because we had a complaint about some of our ones that had weed shit on them.
Yeah. So I think that is not an excuse to have it at 6,000 points. You need to lower it immediately. Well, you should lower it to 1.
Let me see. Let me see what I want to do it. Let's see.
Queen Alexa, how about you can get all 3 of them in a debate panel, and we will find another tag team debate partner, and we will destroy the monarchy. How does that sound, Jason? We can destroy the 3 monarchists on Twitch.
I'm fine with that.
I want an ethno state as well. Is it an exclusively Brit Bonger ethno state as the queen, or is it like, what kind of ethno state do you want, Queen Alexa? Because depending on the answer, I might agree or disagree with you. I am in favor of a human ethno state. Only gays. Approved. You can have it. Now,
I gotta find a new place to live. Shit.
how far do gays extend? Does that include bisexuals and pansexuals, or are they not included? Like, what standard of gay are we going with, Queen Alexa? Ice beans. Why didn't you raid? No, I was like expecting the raids, and then if you raided into me, I would, so I could leave. But you've damned me to this eternal hell.
It is done. It has been done. You've been damned.
I've been damned.
Uh-oh. JJ just dropped something in my chat. I gotta see
let
what
me
this
open
is.
it.
No, there's
Seems
no
like a
relationship
clip.
between dick size and height. They did a study. There's no relation. Let me look that up to make sure again.
I can hear it on your stream. Can you share it?
I'm pretty sure there's no correlation
Yeah,
at all.
hang on. Let me pause this. Yeah, we got, like, I gotta see this. This is great. Oh. Let me pull it back.
Height was positively... Oh, fuck. No, there's no relationship between dick size and height. They did a study. There's no relation. Let me look that up to make sure again. I'm pretty sure there's no correlation at all. Height was positively... Oh, fuck, it is.
Poor man.
Holy shit, it is.
He had
Holy
another
crap,
True
Lois.
Holes moment again.
Talk about
Holy
taking
crap,
the
Lois.
L.
That is the worst.
There was also a
Peter
relationship between body weight and a positive direction. No, there's no relationship between dick size and height.
Just remember that. 5 head. Totally. You can't make that shit up, man.
I don't know how he does it. You know, Infrared manages to astonish me.
It's like when he was. It's like when somebody called him the Mongol slur and he didn't know what it was, and like he's like going. He was like screaming about it, and I'm like, "No, you don't want to say that's
Hang
what
on
you
for
are."
1 second, Ice Beans. Give me 1 second so I can just, I can have a higher raid. Just don't leave me yet.
You're trying to get Haas on your
I'm
show?
dying. Oh right, we have the 3 viewers, which is the threshold. Okay.
Haas is hard to get. Hard to get. That's surprising. Seems like he's like all over the fucking place. But I guess that's why he's all over the fucking place.
All right, enjoy the raid dying.
Oh, all right, brother. Thank you very much for the raid send streams.
No
Big
problem.
shout out. As I do with
I better get
everybody
my
that
shout
raids me.
out. I need my my viewers.
I
And
will.
just for JJ, Chihuahuas aren't dogs. They're not even animals. They are plants. Just for you, JJ.
They're medium-sized cats, is what they are.
No, they're plants. CIA, grass, and weed. They're plants.
Damn it, we're fucked.
You never knew. Land sharks, true. Or me is correct.
Hey, what's up, Ice Beans? How you doing? Made it into the chat.
Well, I mean, Destiny's kind of like he'll accept a lot of shit, won't he? Destiny's like not afraid to get on stuff. From what I've heard, Haas is like pretty hard to get a handle on.
Yeah.
I mean, you need. Have you been seeing Haas fight with Destiny on Twitter?
But I mean, that's true. Because how many famous tankies are there?
I can think of far too many.
I mean, but like, where they're actually getting called to events and shit. Like, he was just at some event, wasn't he? Like,
Well, it
They're
was
all
an event
clowning
that
on
he
him.
made.
oh, that was his event.
Yeah,
That's fucking great. I didn't know that.
the event where he had his own little stool.
Yeah,
Harmony.
God.
that's fucking hilarious.
Man.
Oh,
Well,
that
I
first-
am going to hop off because I am dying. And if all things go well, the next time we talk will be Stonercast. I may hop on,
Yeah, hop on. Have some
as
CBD.
I am the security.
Yeah, there you go.
So I cannot wait to catch you then. And to Jason's chat, go follow me. I talk about shit. I'll catch you later.
Peace out, brother. All right, Sensday. Another Sensday in the books. How you guys doing?